Hello folks, and welcome back to Let's Play UFO Aftershock. This is QuickMind. Real quick, I do realize I still have that cursor issue. Unfortunately, it looks fine to me, other than my cursor's flickering. But I still haven't been able to figure out how to get rid of that. I tried full screen and that didn't help either. Actually, that kind of made it worse. But yeah, so far we don't have too many things we can do right now. All these are grayed out. I can go to the Laputa, which I will here in a second. Real quick, you right click and it zooms into that spot. Okay, so the next game you can hold the right mouse button down and it'll scroll with you. Let's see. I think I might have explained it in the first game, or the first video, but if it didn't, I'm about to spoil it. But this green circle here, this is the radius for how far you can initiate a mission from the Laputa. That's this thing right here. Hello. And then right there, this is a mission. I'm not going to do it quite yet. It gives you a brief explanation of what's going to go on. Let's see, you can use these buttons too to scroll the world around, whatever. Real quick, I'll show you the squad. I changed a few names here. Please don't take offense if I haven't added you yet. I did my best to go in chronological order here for who requested to join. There's one more spot left in the squad, and don't mean to spoil this, but I will be getting 2 more spots eventually. Over here you have your skills. Average to poor. There's a good one right there. Basically, yeah, so you even get awfuls in there too. That'll be changing soon enough. So far we just have the reticulin laser weapons, and not very many clips here, or cells. You have various stats here you can look at. These blue numbers are the base numbers. They are not changed, even though these are shown here. These numbers are what will affect these when the game makes the calculation. As you can see here, yeah, she has that too, but there's a negative 1.43. Okay, well, he has that too, never mind. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, there, he has zeros, but you can see these base numbers are still the same. He's slightly more accurate than those two. I gave everybody 2 cells. There's your load percentage. I don't think I ever messed or had that too high when I was playing my test run. And if I don't explain something correctly or whatever, I apologize. I went through the game once, did my best reading it. I didn't quite get everything, but I got the gist of it enough to play through it. You can see this little graphic down here where the person standing on, that's the human symbol, and we'll get into that more later. You have training, all these different expertise, or whatever you want to call them, these fields. Cyborg and psionic, you cannot train in that unless you are a cyborg or a psionic person. By the way, this is probably my favorite track too. This music is really, really good in this game. One of the best things about Aftershock and Afterlight is the music. Here, if these are the requirements for that skill, and if it's yellow, that means you're not up to that level yet. So you need a good willpower, which is poor right now, and a very good perception, which is just average. And it also shows you up here which ones that ability needs. So the white means you're good enough, yellow means you're not quite there yet. And then if you go to the glossary, you can find all the explanations of all these abilities. Be using sniper a lot, ranger a little bit, medic a lot, leader a little bit, stalker a fair amount, I like to match Stalker with Sniper, and I'll explain that later on. And then Career, you have all this data, and this is where I can change the nickname. So the name stays the same, but you have a different nickname. You can dismiss people, which is kind of silly. You don't want to do that. Not yet. Let's see, level up. This is where you can gain your level and choose one of these abilities. And experience over to the left. And I think that's about it for now. So let's return. And, oh yeah, up here, these are your resources. You have your, what is that? Human resources. You have your, oh crud. I think that's what, medium tech, low tech, and high tech. Or basically alien resources right here. And, you know, cyborgs control these ones. And that's the high tech. Okay, this is low tech, high tech, alien tech. That's how it goes. And alien tech's fairly rare, and I actually had a tougher time with Cyborg, the high tech, when I played through. Okay, enough talk. Let's get to the mission. So this was a cool new feature. And I'll go through this real quick. Deployment screen where it shows a mini-map. And these icons here, this is where you can drop off your sphere. Okay. And the little red triangles where your door is going to be facing. You can pick whichever one you want. I'll pick right here. I often pick one of the corners or the edges so that you can start at one end and work your way to the other. But with this mission, I'm going to start right here because generally I think everything's kind of down on this end anyway. You click on Embark and Land.
So, you're from that flying thing, huh? That thing that looks as big as the moon? Thing that sometimes passes over our village? Well, it's pretty obvious you don't know jack about what's going on down here. Geez, where do I even start? Well, about 50 years ago, all that biomass started sprouting everywhere. Dang near killed everybody on the planet. The rest of us have been fighting it ever since. It's mostly under control now, but there's still pitiful few humans around, especially compared to the days before the disaster. But it was our ancestors that were kind of responsible for the biomass in the first place. Humans got too uppity, too careless, and self-absorbed. The biomass was just the planet's way of reminding us where we stand in the scheme of things. Anyway, we sure could use some help here. There are things we just can't deal with. There are mutants and monsters galore roaming around here. You, with all your fancy equipment and weapons, you could make short work of them. We'd sure be grateful for any help you could give us.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and help them out. Wow, 14 pages. I'll just kind of click through them. Basically just giving you an explanation. It's very similar to Aftermath. You can queue up your orders, stuff like that. Now, these I hardly ever, well, let's see, I don't really use weight, but I do use watch. And that's pretty important. I'll tell you why in just a second. Yeah, right here. says when you're ordered to watch, they'll keep their weapon ready. So that way, when you have to shoot, they'll shoot right away instead of just getting ready to shoot. Okay, and then we got some more. Talking about the portraits. Kind of stuff we already went through. Okay. Anybody familiar with the show 7 Days? Looks a lot like that, doesn't it? Alright, so what I did was I took my my level view down so I could see inside.
Orders,
Select
Commander?
them all, or Control
Yes,
A,
sir?
whatever. And a lot of times they'll have difficulty coming out of here, especially the more troops you have.
On my way.
So I gave them the order to come out, and we'll start the time.
Done. What's next?
Hold on a sec. Speaker. I'm using my headphones to listen to this instead of my speakers. And it's got a short somewhere.
Here I go again.
Now, when you tell them to watch,
What do you want me to do now?
there. See, they get their weapons up and ready. Alright.
Look out!
Alright, so we spotted our first hostile here. Come on, speaker. And look at the arrow. Ah, moral men. These guys are not exactly fun. So, what I normally do is I'll just
Ready,
kind
sir.
of line
What
everybody up.
now?
Ready. Moving out.
Again? Yeah, I'm
Good to
going.
go.
And he'll actually need to get a little bit closer.
Yes, sir?
And then by holding shift, you can add another command to the end. Have everybody watch. And then shoot
Targeting
'em.
enemy. There's one.
Where's that at? Ooh, a muck star. Yeah, those guys are not fun either.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so he just got hit. This is explaining that. As you can see down here, the red is how much damage he's taken, but can also be healed in the battle. Stun, temporary, and permanent damage. Temporary, I believe, is the red. Let's see, stun, I think, is gray, and permanent is black. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, they'll fall unconscious if it's down to 0. Run away. Alright,
Orders,
now
Commander?
everybody shoot
Yeah, I
him.
see him.
Heads up.
Okay.
Good to go.
Flatster. Those guys are very annoying. So what I'm going to do, turn him on auto shot and quick shot.
Kiss them goodbye. There's one.
Alright. Let's see. The percentage is the planned number of attacks. It's going to shoot him a couple more times. Alright, kind of went over that in the first video as well.
Yes, sir?
Like hell
Orders,
I will.
Commander?
Okay.
Ready.
Turn that back off. Start shooting him. And the muck star's
Ready,
dead.
sir? Yes, sir?
Go back to
What?
shooting
Do
that
I
guy.
have to get them all?
Heads up.
Brainmen, I don't really let them live very long. They are kind of nasty looking, but they're not really that difficult. They're very slow. Kind of think of them
Yeah,
as
I
the
see.
snake men of UFO Aftershock.
Done.
Alright, go ahead and tell them to stop attacking.
On
Here
my
I go
way.
again.
And I do have everyone running as default.
What's
That's
next?
fine by me. Not really worried about stealth. You could actually walk up
Here
here
I go
too.
again.
I thought that was a really neat feature as well to this game. Alright, so here they're explaining you can spot enemies through other senses than sight. Okay. You can do other sights as well. Line of sight that kind of... This is what... Everything in colors is what my soldiers can see. Kind of neat, but really a pointless feature. Actually, it's really more graphics and processing intensive than anything else. Right now, we just have normal vision. You can actually come up here and snipe down at things. It's pretty
Great.
neat.
Here comes trouble.
Alright, what did we see? Okay, Muck Star way over here.
Moving
Yeah,
out.
I'm going.
Kiss
Yeah,
him
What, do I
goodbye.
have to get them all?
Kick ass.
Yeah,
Now
they like
he's
to
out of
take off
range.
running often. So let's head back down here.
Yeah, I'm going.
There's one.
A lot of times
Oh, hell. Where'd he go?
they'll see
Your
the
orders,
same ones that you've
Commander?
already knocked down, but because they're not dead,
On
Here I
my
go
way.
they're gonna
again.
say they spotted them again. It's kind of annoying.
Right. Here we go.
Orders,
Want me to do
Commander.
now?
I see one.
Okay.
Ready, sir?
What?
Good to go.
What?
Yes, sir?
Kiss him
Yeah, I
goodbye.
see him.
Well, I'm done.
Attack aborted.
You guys from the sky sure got here in the nick of time. You saved the village, and we're really grateful. That old factory will be a valuable source of ancient technologies and materials. We're happy to share anything we can with you. If you'd like to build a permanent outpost on the planet, we'd be happy to help you if you're willing to help us. Some of our more ambitious youths might even be convinced to join your ranks.
Okay. So we got a few items here. Not too bad. 12 hours to heal for the worst person. Okay. So now we have these two areas. We got the Stuttgart, Central Europe, and we got Prague, I believe. This one has a mine that gives us 50 resources. The low tech. And here, if you see this icon right there, that's a base icon. So we can actually build a base there. And actually, we already have it. We just need to put stuff in it. Okay, let time go.
Well, our first encounter with the humans on Earth went pretty well, considering how surprised they probably were to see us. Offering us a permanent base in their territory is certainly more than we could have expected. We've already laid out the base perimeter. To take a look, select the base region on the Earth hologram and activate the detail view in the lower right corner. Our first priority for base structures is a factory that can produce weapons and equipment to support our ongoing missions. The equipment we brought with us won't last forever. We should also think about building labs to analyze equipment and information we acquire on our missions. To add buildings to the base, double-click the base detail view or click the base button. In order to start construction, we need to gather resources, specifically old Earth technology. The villagers we've met have agreed to share some of their material with us. We're keeping track of the human material units we have, and how fast we are gaining or losing material in the top center of the screen, so that we always have an idea of how well we're progressing in this regard.
Okay. And some more information. Yeah, it says that, you have provinces, which are these. They can form a country, and that's where you'll have your base. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you construct your base in the capital. And just to let you know, all the resources in all the provinces are randomized every game, so it'll be different each time. And then here's what I was trying to explain earlier: low tech, high tech, and alien. To be honest, when I was playing my test run, after a little while, I had no trouble with resources. I was having so many, I stopped looking up there. I think what this one was saying was sometimes there will be like a stash here, and once you liberate that or gain control of that province, you'll get that total stash, and then you'll get these resources mined as well. Okay. Let's take a look at our base. Holy cow, 23. Alright, let me go through these. Yeah, 4 kinds of buildings. They're listed right here: factories, labs, defense, and knowledge. Lots of explaining. Yeah, you can request materials and you can send materials to improve your relations. Okay. So far we can build a basic weapon factory. It's a required knowledge level 0, which means we don't need any knowledge buildings to build it. This is how much it'll cost to build. And if I want, I can put it there, or any of these other locations. This is a 5-building base. I think that's the biggest you can have, if I recall correctly. And they are kind of rare, so build wisely. No labs yet. No defense buildings. No knowledge buildings. So we're going to build 2 basic weapon factories. And it doesn't say how long it'll take. It might in the glossary. Let's see. Buildings. Alright. It takes 8 hours to construct it. There we go. Return. I think we'll be good with 2 for now. Okay. So we can't manufacture anything yet. Now, with the Laputa lab, we can research stuff. So first, let's do basic weapon lab floor plan. And then let's do library after that. And then energy weapon. And I think that's good for now. I know let's... Yeah, that'll be good for now. We could also do like other tech. This is other stuff we can research eventually. Just not yet. We don't have the buildings for. Okay. So yeah, they were saying you click these to move stuff over, or you can just double click them like I was. And if you click this, it'll remove that item from your tree. Or your queue, I should say. Diplomacy. All we know are humans so far. We can ask for people. Alright. Let's go ahead and get... Let's see, they're going to offer Ralph. Yeah, let's get Ralph. And that'll be good for now. You know what? I only need one more person anyway. We'll get Steve. Okay. Overview shows you, what's going on in your bases, your incomes, all that stuff, your upkeep. Okay, check out the squad real quick. Alright, yeah, you can customize your weapons with upgrades like laser sight and scopes, stuff like that. You have to compose them. I think I might have slipped up on a bug when I was playing earlier, and there's a certain thing you can build. I think it was this one. It might have been Afterlife, but I ended up duping everything, like duplicating items. I did it twice. I was like, whoa, that's cool. But, yeah, it wasn't all that useful, to be honest. Alright, Betty. Go ahead and rename 2 more. Let's see, here we got Zast back. Sorry, Zast, no heavy weapons or automatic explosive weapons yet. Soon enough, though. AJ Brete? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Sorry if I didn't. no, Betty, you're just gonna have to wait. Alright, you guys need some equipment real quick. Rifles. It doesn't matter. And let's see. Well, let's do this because we don't want to run out of ammo too quickly. There we go. Alright. Oh, if you can train into something, instead of being blue, it'll have like a black box in the background. And I doubt anyone can train yet. Oh yeah, there you go, technician. Alright. So, as a first level technician, you can use mines and other deployable equipment. And to look at that, trainings, and just click on everything. Technician, yeah, that's all you get to do is use mines and deployable stuff. And, you know, got all these other things. Don't want to spoil too much just yet. But, alright, looks good. Plenty of ammo. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and save for now. And I'll just do a quick save as well. I think I did it. Let me see. No. Yeah, I'll fix it later. Alright, folks, but I'm going to quit. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.